Hi there, Shalom Ernest here again, and today we're going to be unmasking purpose. Have you ever asked yourself a question like, what truly am I on earth for? Beyond the pursuit of relevance, success, and so many things, what really necessitated my being, and why is it important that I'm still alive? And if you've ever thought about this, or thought about the concept of purpose, it doesn't have to be something difficult. We're going to be demystifying what purpose is together, right? And we're embarking on a journey, and it's necessary to know that this is a journey that leads to you unearthing the reason why you came to earth. Let's demystify this concept together. Have you ever embarked on a journey without having a destination in mind? Or maybe you started managing a project, you called your friends together and said, look, let's have a hangout. That thing that happens when you are at home, and you are picturing what the outcome of that project would look like, that's the same thing that happened in your journey of being. It was first thought through before the manifestation of it. So purpose is that thing, is that idea that necessitated your being and your creation on earth. And that's what we call the concept of predestination. Predestination simply means determining the destination of a thing beforehand and before its foundation. So, a few points to build on this topic. Number one is the fact that it happened twice. In fact, everything you see happened twice, first in the mind and then physical. You see, this gives you the idea that you were never a biological accident. I read about a famous sculptor, an Italian sculptor named Michelangelo, who had completed about 9 works for 9 Catholic popes. And this was someone who was very exceptional in his art. And one of the practice he had was the, practice of walking around a particular stone he was going to craft or, sculpt and all of that. He walks around those things for about a month or few weeks, creating mental pictures in his mind of what the outcome will be. That is the same thing that happened before you came. And guess what? Purpose is the ultimate source of your fulfillment on earth. You don't get to create it. You only discover it. Just as a product doesn't determine the use, but the manufacturer does. So if you ever find yourself in that place where you're trying to craft what your meaning is, you're trying to craft what your essence is, I think you want to take a back seat and look deeper into what was in the mind of the creator before he created you, right? Another point is the fact that purpose is beyond you. If purpose is the problem you were created to solve, you couldn't have been created to solve your own problems. That just makes sense, because that thing that is in you or is on you is meant for someone else. And that's the whole idea of it. Another point I'm going to add is that purpose is not always glamorous. Sometimes it's that responsibility you would have to carry for the rest of your life. Right? So don't picture it as something that once you catch it every day becomes like a bed of roses. No, some days might not be like that. And lastly, purpose determines your design, right? The assignment you have on earth determined your design. It determined the thing you are going to be equipped with. When you watch certain action movies like Kingsman, and then this guy is about to go on a particular mission, they equip him with all the tools he needs to excel in that assignment. And that is what it looks like. In the creation of your purpose, you were specifically designed with the armory. You were specifically designed with the tools, with the agencies, with the necessary equipments to help you fulfill that purpose and your calling on earth. And one of the things you have to do is to discover what it is and utilize it as your tools as you make meaning on earth and as you answer the questions you were born to solve. Remember, it's not meant to be difficult. It's not a mystical thing. I don't think the creator would design you and make it very mystical for you to know why he designed you. So, purpose is that problem you were created to solve. Understanding it unlocks your true fulfillment on the earth. And of course, you become a blessing to humanity. See you next time. Remember to live with clarity and to lead with purpose. Cheers.